Good morning, everyone. Namaste. I'm going to call in Archangel Michael to cleanse the space, to clear out all negative and lower vibrations from our mind, body, and soul, home and hearts, placing the white light of protection around us with this blue seal. Today, we're going to be doing some shadow work, guys. This is from my workbook for Letting Go, The Pathway to Surrender, that yellow book that I always read. So I love that book, by the way. I'm trying to read without my glasses, but my eyes have still been blurry. So we are still currently on grief. So anyone that has experienced any type of grief in their life, this is going to help for healing of that. So it states key lessons, and then I'm going to give some Reiki at the end, so if you stay tuned for that. It states key lessons for grief: compassionate loss. Investigate ways for dealing with loss with compassion and self-care. Recognize that sorrow is a very personal process with no right or wrong way to grieve. Absolutely true. Be kind with yourself, exercise your self-compassion, and if necessary, seek help from loved ones or specialists. So, again, guys, I lost a baby in 2023. The day after my birthday. So my birthday's February 12th, so February 13th. And I had just gotten the second ultrasound, so I was super excited. My husband and me had been trying for like 12 to 13 years. It's craziness. And we finally got pregnant. And I abruptly lost it. I had to have like a really bad procedure. It was just a horrific day for me. And you know, I am somebody who has a master's in psychology. I am somebody who worked with trauma victims. I've been to counseling myself for 15 years for trauma. I'm a Reiki master. You know, so at first I wanted to be optimistic about it, but it was very difficult. And I was very angry. And I was mad at myself for being mad, you know, and I had to really kind of go through those feelings. And something I really took from I had a weekly therapy that I did through when I lost the baby. I had a DNC, and they offered me counseling through a college. So I took it, and it was a weekly counseling for 11 weeks. And they really stated, number one thing that they stated is that healing is not a linear process. So it's not like you pass A, B, and C, and now you're at D. You easily can go back to A. And that's what people start to get frustrated with, is because they expect, okay, well, it's been a year, you're supposed to be over these things. But it is okay if you take that step back. Maybe you weren't prepared to face and deal with the trauma at that time. It is completely normal to want to then go back and heal that part of the wounds, or maybe to take some time and space from thinking about it because you've exhausted it as much as you can, and you need some time to enjoy life and have fun. And then 6 months from now, you start to feel more prepared to deal with it. So that's completely fine to go back to step A. So you really kind of have to remind anybody that's getting frustrated that you're bringing things up, you know, just explain to them, you know, loss is not a linear process, you know, and that was something key takeaway that I really, really loved. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some Reiki. Go ahead and say yes to consent to it in your mind's eye. Out loud, it doesn't matter, but you do have to accept the Reiki in order to receive it. So funny because my husband, I've been giving him Reiki since 2021 when I started to feel the Reiki coming out of my hands. I then got certified as a result of it. He just now, after 4 years, said to me when I was giving him Reiki, he had a headache, I was giving him Reiki. He said, "Why do I feel heat coming out of your hands?" I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you finally felt the heat. So some people feel it right away, and that is just because they're more openness to it. Maybe they had done Reiki in a previous life, whatever the case may be. But if you don't feel anything, just know that it's pure God source love that I am channeling to bring through to you. Okay, and I also want to do some. These are sacred symbols. That was for physical healing. That's for emotional healing. This is for distance. All right, I love you all. Have a blessed day. Namaste. Get out there and ground.